Hello right bags, it's Jade, welcome to the VALHEIM news. On today's show, we're going to be taking a look in depth more at the pieces that are going to be coming as part of the Hearth and Home update, the build pieces explicitly. A new trailer on Twitter shows off a few more details that we maybe didn't know about. Also got a brand new interview that's been put up by the Embracer Group, pretty much the guys that have helped publish VALHEIM. They've got an interview with all the developers. It's from a while ago, but it does reveal some more information and just encompasses how much of a big deal it was for these guys to suddenly find this huge success and what it meant to them. And we're also going to be talking about biomes. What's kind of going to happen after Hearth and Home? I know we're only just getting this first update after a long while waiting, but it is kind of probably important to set out maybe expectations and think about what's next so you guys definitely know what's going to be happening, unless of course anything else changes. Plus a few other bits, including a look at one of my creator friends, the Pilgrim project's amazing build. Go and check it out fully. We're going to be doing some sort of story, some sort of cinematic this weekend, hopefully all together. And yeah, you're going to be seeing that on my channel and his hopefully as well in the near future. I'm getting really super excited about the 16th. That's of course when Hearth and Home hits. I can't wait. As always, I'll be there first, deliver you every piece of VALHEIM news going. Let's go. So over the last few months we've been teased quite a few things about the Hearth and Home, but probably not as much as some people would like, and we've seen some decorations like the crow piece that's going to go on, and we knew that was going to get darkwood roofs. It does look like though we're also going to be getting that darkwood extended, not just the roof parts but actual proper build pieces as well. This little trailer was showcased on Twitter today by the devs saying here's a few little more details, and you can clearly see the really nice pieces we've got in the windowsill here in the top left. So that's one form of decoration we're going to be having, but we do start seeing even more wooden beams and these pieces which have got these really ornate style slimmer pieces of wood at the front of them. So I'm guessing this dark wood is mainly going to be made out of the oak trees. You do get them big fat chunky oak trees, although you don't get as many as some of the others, so it's going to be a bit of a premium resource together. And you can see we're using some more of these as well, adjacent beams going all the way around the outside. And then in this next shot you can see as well we've got more of that ornate, smaller, thinner, lighter wood on the front of one of these beams as it wraps around as they finish off the roof piece. You can see it on the right hand side here. These were a few details that maybe I've just missed before or wasn't really thinking worthy of covering as it was only like one screenshot, but now we're actually seeing it in the flesh a little bit more. It's really cool, it looks really nice. I'm pretty glad they've got more decoration on them than just being a darker type of wood. It kind of makes sense to have it a little bit more ornate. And we've known that we're going to get some sort of shutters, and it does look like these are what we're looking at, like sort of trellises. You can see they're being used as sort of fences at the top there, then you've got them on the right hand side, and we've got more of the dark wood with, again, that ornate sort of decoration as they place all the gold piles on the floor. So really cool stuff. I can't wait for this. I am not the world's best builder, but I do like seeing builders and I do like actually building myself once I get in the groove of things. So hopefully I can start building something a little bit nicer than what I've been building on my live streams on Twitch, which you should go follow me at twitch.tv/JADE-PLAYS-GAMES if you want to see me record 100 days of VALHEIM live. And then the little trailer finishes off again, showing off at night time all of the stuff. And I guess this was almost like a storyboard for the trailer itself, or recreating. You can see more of that lovely detail of the lighter wood on the darker beams across the fire. So good stuff, can't wait for this. For sure, it does look like we'll be able to use these beams as kind of decoration across windows, across doorways, or just supporting. There's loads of it going on in this final shot. So the success of VALHEIM obviously caught everyone off guard. They hit pretty much their yearly projection within just like one maybe week of their kind of goal. Like literally they sold 1 million copies in a week, 5 million within a month. Crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. They're now hit 8 million since its release back in February. So it's a good amount of copies sold. That's a lot of people that have played this game. They spoke to Henrik. He is one of the CEOs and lead designers of the game, alongside Richard Svensson, who was the original creator of the game and lead designer and programmer. Now he doesn't do interviews, so he's not actually in this video. It's mostly Henrik, Lisa the community manager, as well as someone that works for Coffee Stain, the producer, that's been helping them as well. But it's good, it shows off that VALHEIM started back in 2018. Richard started developing it. It was back in the day called Fade, and that, or Feud, and that actually related to being just a blood feud, or that's what it means in like I guess Swedish or Viking or whatever. He got Henrik involved They worked at a company together, and kind of some of this stuff I have covered in written interviews before, but they started working and fleshing out Valheim together, and then they spoke to the Coffee Stain liaison, and the producer there kind of started helping them. They struck a deal to be published by Coffee Stain, and that was it. That's where they started taking it forward a little bit more and got other developers involved and other artists like Grimcore. Now Grim is really open and really pretty friendly on his personal Twitch channel, streaming and doing a bunch of stuff. I've shown you guys his channel a bunch of times as he's either showed a few little bits or talked about the game in the past. And they've got Lisa as well actually talking in this video. They didn't actually have Grim, and they haven't got any of the new developers because this video is pretty old. As I said, it was recorded a good few months ago. I do feel like they should have released it. I think it would have helped people understand a little bit more about the problems and issues they face developing Valheim or the success they've had. But they're clearly really excited and just overwhelmed. I think everyone would be if you sold 5 million copies of a game as literally a 5-person development team. Some other key points they spoke about was being surprised by the amount of dedicated servers. Obviously the game was designed to be co-op played, where you just join each other's worlds, but they never really anticipated people's wanting to have a fully proper dedicated server, and so business has been booming for companies that used or got hold of the Valheim license to do this. The Trado, G-Portal have both made huge amounts of money, huge amounts of success, at various points maybe even nearly close to going out of stock of servers because of the success of Valheim. Shameless little plug as well, if you want your own Valheim server, use my link and my code in the description box and get yourself 10% off a brand new server. They do go on to speak about the fact that the obviously survival elements are not really the main focus of the game, believe it or not. They've always wanted this game to be an adventure with friends. That's the focus of the game, is to go on adventures with friends defeating bosses. Obviously there are survival elements in it, and they have got comparisons to Minecraft, and obviously they've got the crafting elements, the night and day cycles, but that's kind of where they feel like they draw the line. Obviously there's no mining in Valheim, as it were, only a little bit from just rocks. You're not going to be digging into the landscape, and it looks like that's never going to be a feature. You're not going to be maybe digging tunnels, making your own caverns and caves in the game, as far as I can tell from everything I've read and seen. For me, Valheim is definitely still much like Terraria. I've been saying it ever since it came out. I still think that's the closest game if you wanted to compare it to. They also speak about future updates in early access and why it's been important, taking on board all the feedback that they got, which was like 100 times more than they ever anticipated, and really recognising that they've still got their game they want to make, their vision of the game that they want to keep, and also take on board some of the best feedback without changing the game too drastically. Obviously they do get loads of ideas, but if it doesn't really sound like a Valheim idea, they can't really go forward or work on that idea that much. In the interview as well, they speak about the fact that yes, we've got 3 biomes to come, the Mistlands biome, and obviously that's going to be a big focus, a new area to explore, new creatures, new enemies. That will really help flesh out the game for people that felt that they got their money's worth out of it and got 100 hours out of it, but somehow are really super upset that they've not been able to play it for 7 months straight. This game is never going to be an MMO style game. It is purely about playing it co-op with your friends. Sure, you can rent a dedicated server, and I've seen some servers or mods that can increase the amount of players, but it's not really built for that. Like, you will run into problems with builds and just lag and desync and all that kind of stuff. They also spoke about the fact that they got more offices. They ended up switching offices because the offices they originally planned were too small by the time they had to get more staff involved, and they were inundated with applications. Another part of the problem in getting developers to come on board quicker was they simply had just so many good applications. They had to really sift through it and try and find the best match, the best fits for the game. So yeah, loads of good stuff. I'm sure there's other bits it'd be worth taking a listen to or watch of, so go and check it out. It will be in the comments section down below. It's on the main Embracer YouTube channel. And as I said, just bear in mind this is a good few months old now. What it comes across to me is a bunch of developers that clearly weren't ready for this level of success, were overwhelmed quite a lot, and clearly have been trying to just make the best decisions. They have made slow and deliberate decisions at times, but that's because they really just don't want to mess the game up, which could potentially happen if they'd not taken enough care. It seems like they have got fairly decent support from Coffee Stain, and now they've got even more staff on board. In fact, there's 10 members now, 8 full-time staff and 2 consultants, so that is going to hopefully ramp up success, ramp up updates for the game in the coming year. Valheim will be in early access for at least another year. After the Mistlands, we don't know exactly what they're going to be working on next. Are they going to move straight onto another biome? Are they going to start revisiting some of the stuff that they originally planned in their first roadmap? As far as I'm aware, they're just reorganising. They're not going to be adding any of the stuff that they took out or said they're not going to be able to work on in the roadmap yet. It's just a case of moving things around to help give players some extra content. But clearly with the Deep North and the Ashlands looking like it's going to be proper end game biomes, I'm really not predicting these to be ready until maybe next spring or summer. I don't think we'll even get Mistlands before the end of the year, being realistic. I think Mistlands will be lucky if it comes out at some point, maybe next February, to celebrate the 1 year of Valheim. Now again, these are just predictions based on the developers, based on the stuff that's gone on first, and what I would expect to happen over the next few months as well. I could be totally wrong. They may be gearing up, ready to go. They've obviously got the biome. It's just about putting the resources, make sure the balance is there, and any new creatures there. Now, it sounds easier than said than done. It is going to take a while still to flesh all that out. And by the time they do bug fixing for the Hearth and Home, once they've got the initial feedback when it comes out on the 16th, yeah, I think at best we could be potentially seeing this in maybe December, but I would say it's probably next year, maybe like January, February, if we're lucky that we get the Mistlands update. But with their new staff, I hopefully will be surprised. Maybe they'll bash this out, and if we could get this done by October, that'd be amazing. But yeah, whenever it comes, I'll be happy enough. As long as they keep communicating and letting us know what's going on, that's the best thing they can do. On top of that, they have updated their FAQs in their Discord, and it has got some new information that I never knew. For some reason, caves being in Valheim must be a really regularly asked question, as it's put up there. And it's not going to be a feature that they want in the game. They've obviously got the burrows that you explore, but there's not going to be any sort of caves in the landscapes. So that I guess that does mean you're not going to be able to build or tunnel your way through mountains. Kind of a shame, but I kind of get the idea. It probably cause just too much to do with memory. And just more warnings that if you use mods via the Nexus site, be prepared for them to break once the Hearth and Home update is ready. This is another reason why they've not wanted to support mods on the workshop, because it would mean even more bug reports, because people will be blaming the game rather than blaming the mods. So if your game does break on the 16th, use your brain, make sure you're starting up a brand new save with no mods attached, and see and wait if the modders actually update the game to fit with the brand new Hearth and Home update. Now, pretty interestingly, if you've seen the anime trailer that announced Hearth and Home, and there are talks that they could possibly be making it into an actual proper Valheim anime in the future, you might have seen the music. Lots of you guys have been asking. It's made by Ghostwood Empire. They're also responsible for some of the Satisfactory music as well. So obviously clear links with Coffee Stain. So go and check their little SoundCloud page out if you want to see more to do with Valheim, or maybe even hear more to do with Valheim. You can see it's seated there, Daya Saga. So the Pilgrim project is a master builder. He's done so well in other games like Ark and Conan, even Grounded. But Valheim really took off for him this year, and he's been plugging away doing more builds. He's returning to Valheim after taking a break to cover some more Ark stuff, and look what he's been working on for months now. He showed this to me and a bunch of my rat bags a little while ago, and we thought it'd be great to do some sort of cinematic or some sort of story here. So you can go and check out his build. He's going to do a little tour at the beginning already. The video's up, shows you the finished build. Then he's going to show you actually how to build this thing. So you can get lots of top tips just by watching some of it, and I'm sure you're going to really enjoy his creations. It's absolutely fantastic. A whole proper town. Go and watch the full video. Likewise though, in the future, hopefully me and him are going to be doing some sort of little collab, and we'll come up with a story and some sort of cinematic involving his build. Links for his channel will be in the comment section down below too. And there we go, that's just everything that's going on in the world of Valheim today. As always, any other big news, any reveals, any leaks that I can get hold of, I'll be the first to always let you know. And I'll see you rat bags hopefully for another devlog on Monday, where they're going to be breaking down brand new stuff that's happening with the Hearth and Home, an update that's incoming. I'm super excited. I'm going to be all over Valheim, and I can't wait to show you my 100 days of Valheim survival, which I'm currently working on Twitch. So go and follow me on Twitch. The link is going to be in the comment section. Until next time, rat bags, laters.